Welcome to Backyard Family Fun, the podcast from Pride Pool Spas and Leisure Products. In Claxton and Savannah, Georgia, this family-owned business has spent decades helping create memories that last a lifetime. Whether you're a pool owner, a spa lover, or just looking to turn your outdoor space into a true retreat, we've got you covered right here on the Backyard Family Fun podcast. Welcome back to Backyard Family Fun. I'm Dee Daniels, the producer, and so happy to be sitting in the Savannah location of Pride Pool Spas and Leisure Products. Always good to sit down with my friend Alex, who is here. And you know what? This is a great time of year to be getting in here and doing all the things you want to do for your summer backyard fun, because it's a great time of year. I know you want to get in the pool, but just take a few minutes to listen to us while we talk about getting in the pool, or listen to us while you're in the pool.
That's true. That's
Nothing wrong with that.
That's right, Dee. Absolutely. We're always saying something, I know, right?
That's right. That's right. You can even listen while you're in the pool. Have us on one of those speakers. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Let's talk a little bit about, big ticket items this summer. I mean, I feel like every year people are kind of coming in saying, what do I need? What new toy, what new thing do I need to get for my backyard? But, people are coming in right now, thick of the summer, looking at hot tubs too.
That's right. That's right. Believe it or not, middle of the summer, like June, July, a lot of people were doing the spas, the swim spas, because of the therapeutic reasons. And, there's nothing like coming home and just at the end of your day, you feel exhausted or tired. Just it may be hot outside, but it's amazing what the hot water therapy will do. Mm-hmm. And, if you got your favorite seat in the spa, just sit there for about 15, 20 minutes and just forget about everything else going on in your life. And I promise you, you'll be like, it'll be reset. You can reset your attitude. You can reset your day, whatever it's a good day or a bad day, but it makes you feel well, makes you feel good. So I'm a firm believer in doing that. I believe in hydrotherapy, and the spas that we have offer that because of all the seating and the unique jet placements that we have. So, saunas as well.
That's right.
If you're doing, if you're building a house or if you're renovating your home, we have a lot of cool saunas that you can design to fit into the room to make it part of the bathroom or part of the addition that you do into the house, or if it's new construction. We do a lot of fitted saunas, and being inside the house, you got the controlled environment for the temperature. You can you can do the old style ladle, where you pour the water on the rocks, the lava rocks, and get that steam. So that's, to me, that's the true way to do a sauna.
That's a cool way.
To get get the steam, and you can get all that different flavor, in that steam, eucalyptic or whatever you like to have inside the sauna. But it gives you a great, it will open up the sinuses. I know that, and open up the pores and open up everything. And that's what saunas are for, to kind of get the body sweating and to feeling good. So, why not have a sauna and a spa? I mean,
right.
Relax, and then you hop into the hot water therapy, and it's a great feeling. It don't matter if it's summertime, but you know what? That's what saunas are for, is to feel better.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think the wellness piece, has made that even more popular, especially with the saunas. Yeah. I mean, that, people are saying, hey, I'm not going to go spend blah, blah, blah money to go find a sauna. Why don't I just get one?
That's true.
right in my
that's right
in my very own, yard or backyard, or
Absolutely.
right in my house, like you said, custom fit.
Yes.
And then you think about, okay, well, if I, move out of this house at some point, boy, that really helped the house value and the property value.
That's true.
go up too. So it's a
Absolutely.
win-win.
It is. It is a win-win. We got different types of saunas. There is portable saunas that we have. If you just not real sure, you want to test it out, and we got them where it's on casters, and you can roll it, and you can kind of get a feel for that sauna. Most of the saunas that we do today, or we work with the builder or the homeowner directly, and that way they get the sauna to fit into that room or part of the house that they do an addition on, or if they're new construction. But the saunas are something that a lot of people don't know that we have available. It is, my gosh, you walk out right now and it is a sauna, right?
That's right.
But kind of like, wow, it's hot enough out here already. But that's okay. But if you're doing it for therapeutic reasons, the wellness part of it is certainly a great way to have to use a sauna. And between the types of aromatherapy you can put in the sauna, it really makes a big difference when it comes to sweating out those impurities and everything and for your body.
That's right. And also they're very durable, and I think that's one thing that might be a thought when you're going to make that investment, to say, well, did they really, stand the test of time, and durable materials?
Sure.
And they're gonna, it's all inclusive.
It is. So the type wood that's used is very unique because of the temperature that you have to have inside the sauna. So you got to have a certain type of wood, and Finleo is the name of the sauna. They get that from up there in the north area. I forgot the name of the type fir of the wood, but it is very unique due to when you're got such high heat and you got you got all that humidity and you got the steam. So you're going to be certain that wood holds up, and the durability is certainly huge because again, like you said, you walk out, it's already a sauna out here in the summertime, but then you got to turn on that temperature and get the steam going in the sauna. That makes it a huge benefit. So a lot of people are not sure that we have those. We don't have them on our showroom, but we have them available because we do such a unique design. So the customer can design it with a 1 bench, 2 benches, or how many, like a 2-person, 4-person. We can certainly do that. And but we do a lot of special order for that.
Yeah, no doubt. And why not? Because if you're doing a new build or whatever the case may be, and you've got that time and you're able to say, hey, this is how I really want this to look, right?
Absolutely.
This like ultimate dream, ideal situation, you can have that built in.
Wow. You can.
How cool is that, walking into somebody's house and they have something like that going on, especially if it's your house.
That's right. That's correct. It's definitely different, for sure.
It is definitely different. Well, let's talk a little bit about one of the other hot ticket items for the summer. I feel like these just keep getting more popular and more popular. The swim spas. Speaking of wellness, and speaking of being able to enjoy so many things regarding this body of water, the swim spa is awesome.
It is. That's another unique item that we have. We actually have them on our showroom as well. But come explore your options, because the swim spa. The way it's positioned, and since it's kind of bigger and it's a little bit larger than your basic spa, you got to have it sitting on a unique. It's a pad, so I always say, getting prepared for that, we can do that. So we offer all those features. If you're not sure about setting that thing on a support pad, we can do that. We can handle that. We got project managers that can arrange your electrical, your concrete, and all that stuff. A lot of people forget about that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of what we do. We kind of talk about it to let people know that, you're not sure where you want to locate it at, but how are you going to get it in the backyard?
Yeah.
And what about the electrical? Do you have the right electrical for it? And these are things that the what ifs. And a lot of people don't really think about those things. And that's kind of what I do. I like to prepare and plan and be certain that you have all your ducks in a row, all the pieces to the puzzle, and make certain that whenever you get into the swim spa, everything's there like you want it.
Yeah.
And so we pour a lot of extra concrete on the ground for the spa. And then the electrical, we have electricians. We have cranes to get it in the backyard. A lot of times people are not real sure. How do you get it in the backyard? Well, we just lift it over the house.
We toss it right over the fence
That's
there.
right.
No.
Yeah, it is something to, to consider whenever you go through that purchase. It is something that not everyone has in their backyard.
Yeah.
But it's very different and unique, meaning that you got the hot water therapy, and then you also have the resistance to the swim jets.
Yeah.
So it's got they call it a swim spa for a reason, and it's big enough where you can have a tether, or you can swim against the current of the jets, and you can get that resistance of walking, swimming. Or, you can turn the temperature down. You don't have to have it hot. You can get it down where, it's just the ambient temperature outside. But some people like to have that hot water therapy. But this time of year, to use it, you got the cover on it. It comes with a nice cover, solid cover. But, you don't have to have the heater on. And you want to get in there and cool off, you can do that. And so it is a swim spa. A lot of times people don't have the room for a pool.
Right.
And they want to get the exercise. They want to be able to, get the benefit of a pool in the backyard. And a lot of times people will, put a deck around it, kind of give it that, recessed look.
Right.
And you can get it all designed and set up in the backyard to where it looks like a miniature pool. And I promise you, the investment isn't near as much as you think it is. So we've got some really great access for the manufacturer. The manufacturer that we use is not is something that offers all the features that any swim spa would have. So, and without all those features, you wouldn't get the benefit of the resistance, the walking, and everything of the swim spa. So, and also you can sit in the corner of the spa and get that spa feel.
Right.
So you got seats in it. But also there's an area where you can do the walking resistance, the swimming resistance, and it's
and so you can relax.
You can
if you
you
want.
can take it, or you can just like, you know what, I'm going to take it easy.
Exactly.
So you don't have to do the swimming or the walking. You can just stand there.
Yeah, you don't have to
and sit
exercise
there.
the whole time if you don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can relax.
You
I
can.
like that too. I was thinking too about some of these houses in downtown, right? And smaller yards and not enough space, to maybe have that big pool that you were thinking. The swim spa, can fit in the coolest of spaces. I mean, when you see it up close, you realize it's narrow, but it's very
That's
long.
Right. It is.
So you're going to get the benefit of all that and be able to be flexible in the space that you have.
That is absolutely correct. You get the width of it's about 8 feet wide, roughly. And then, but the length of it, we got them different ones. We got like a 13, 15, 16, 18. But, that's what makes it so cool. A good average is about 14. We got a 16-footer as well. But, once you get it in the backyard, you realize that it's a lot more than you think it is. And so, again, it's got seats on one end of it, and the other end of it is more about, it's got benches in it too. So you can, if you just want to just chill out, relax, take it easy, that's probably one of the biggest things you can do with it, of course. Exercising, sometimes it's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's right.
So
wear me out.
To do all that, that's right. You had a long enough day. You don't need all that, right? So
that's
what I'd be doing. I'd be just kind of like, okay, let me plop in.
Exactly.
And take a breath.
Exactly. What about the, can you talk a little bit about what's the maintenance piece look like on the swim spas?
Good question. These units are So they got their own filtration system built into it. And so you got cartridge filter, you got its own pumps. So the maintenance is very low. And we include, it's a fresh mineral water system. So when it comes to sanitation, you don't get all that smell like you would get bromine or chlorine in the pool.
Yeah.
So we believe in, keeping that water right is very simple. So we offer that, of course, the water testing, but that's the cool thing about it. It comes with that type of sanitation. It comes with that simplicity of taking care of the water. So it's got its test strips. So it's really simple when it comes to maintaining the water. And of course, the filtration system that's built into it is self-contained. So you don't have to worry about, you can service it a lot easy, very easy.
Yeah. Do you test the water similarly like you would? You bring in water like you would with your pool or your spa, the same way with the swim spa?
So you just basically put the hose in.
Okay.
So once you fill it up, put the garden hose in. Once you fill it, it's done. So you never really continuously drain it. Now, we recommend on the spa, every 4 to 6 months, maybe drain it. Swim spa, you may not have to do it as often if you maintain the water,
right,
and keep the filters clean.
That's the key.
If you want to drain it once a year, you can do that. Depends on the usage of it. If you're not using it that much, again, it's a miniature pool. So like a pool, you don't drain the pool. You just keep the water balanced and maintained and sanitized, and that's where we come in of crystal clear blue water.
Right, exactly, exactly. Which is like peace of mind for everybody.
That's right.
Less headache when you want to jump in. You already know it's been taken care of. Can't beat that at all. You mentioned something earlier, and I wanted to just mention this too. Is that when you come into Pride Pools, either location, the Claxton location, the Savannah location, and you've got questions about all of this, the team's always ready to help you with all of that, no doubt about it. But maybe you're worried about the warranty, or you're worried about the chemicals, or you're worried about the cover on whatever you have. If whatever you need, it's going to get taken care of, because like all of those things go together to be able to work together.
That's a great point, Dee, because buying local, I'm always a fan to do that. If I'm going out looking for something specific, I try to keep it local. I try to, the internet, I may do some research and stuff like that through the internet, the website, stuff like that. But when it comes to the actual purchase, I try to find someone local. As a business owner, I like to keep that close by, and several reasons. You're helping a fellow business owner, and you're keeping all your taxes and everything local as well.
Yeah.
But if you have an issue, like you said earlier, if it's a warranty, you're not having to track that down. You know where you purchased it from. You just walk in. They got serial numbers on file, like we do. We keep serial numbers on file, model number. We got all that available, meaning that if there is a problem or an issue, we stand behind it 100%. So we're different. Like Hayward, for example, people have heard of Hayward equipment. We're a platinum dealer, and meaning that we, you automatically get 3 years warranty when you buy a Hayward part from us.
Right.
Stuff like that. You buy the swim spa, and you're going to get the backing, you're going to get the warranty, and you're going to get the service and support. That way you're not having to track down, how do you cover, if there's an issue with the pump, or an issue with the filter, or an issue with the shell, what do you do?
Right.
Who do you call?
Right.
Well, here you just call us, walk in and you have a question and we can answer it for you, I hope.
Yeah.
So that's that makes it, there's value to that.
Huge value.
I look at that, to me, is you're not chasing all that around and time wasted. So I believe there's a lot of value to that, and it just makes things a little bit easier.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know about you, but like for me, I like to know that, whatever I have going on, if I needed somebody to come out and look at it.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Sometimes I can take all the pictures in the world, or I can, describe it to the best of my, but if I can just say, hey, would you mind just coming and looking at this scenario that I've got going on and help me figure out what I need to do.
Very good point.
And I love being able to have that team right here
Yes.
to do that. That goes such a long way.
It does, and I'm a big fan of that. You know, you're not sure maybe from the initial purchase, and you're just not sure. Maybe the swim spa, or the sauna, where it might be. You know, you're not sure where they're located, where to put it at. Man, we'll just come out and look.
Exactly.
You know? We'll come out and say, hey, this is going to be your best bet, and this is it would work better here.
Yeah.
And then that's what we're here for. We have trained staff on hand that can answer all your questions. And man, it is like you said, there's nothing so beneficial than just picking the phone up and say, can y'all come and look at it?
Exactly.
Can you come out here and
Yeah.
take a that's huge. That's big. You have a hard time through the internet doing that.
You do.
Sometimes, you know, I've tried that one time and they were not local.
No.
And,
It does
and
not go well.
It did not. They said they couldn't. They said they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I said, well, I understand now that you're not local, and I see where you're located at. You're
Yeah.
not certainly not local, but you know, a lot of times people just like to gather information, and I'm the same way. I want to find out the details of the product I'm gonna purchase, and that way I become more educated. You know, the more you know about something before you purchase it, hopefully the more you're gonna know about it. And I'm a big fan of if you know more about something on the swim spa, especially, just ask questions. What's the warranty? What's the warranty on the shell? What's the warranty on the equipment? What's the warranty on the skirt? Things like that.
Yeah.
How much concrete do you pour? What's the power? What's the voltage? What's the amperage? We got all that. So you don't need to be bothered with that. But if you want to know, sure, we'll have those answers for you.
Yeah.
And to me, I believe there's nothing more transparent than knowing all the details in the background, because that's certainly what we do. We try to treat everybody like we want to be treated.
Yeah.
And to me, if you're not product knowledge, you don't have the knowledge about the product that we're selling, and the person you're talking to, you don't feel. All you got to do is, they'll more than likely, if they don't have the answer, they'll say, "Well, let me find out, and let me go check with someone. Let me go get someone that can answer that better, or let me go find out, and I'll be right back." So that's one thing that we do. We're not going to tell you we don't know. Well, we'll tell you we don't know, but when we find out, let me go get the answer. I'll be right back.
Exactly.
So that's something that's to me, that's really big. We're very, very transparent when it comes to that. We're not, our sales and our associates we're all about, hey, be certain you make the right decision. And if it's what you're looking for, be certain that you make the right purchase, because we're not here trying to, say something that you're not going to use.
Right.
And we believe we're really strong in that kind of department of service, of course. And service after the sale is huge.
Yeah.
Really, really big to me.
Yeah.
You're right. Good point.
No doubt.
Very good point.
And that's why they keep coming back more than 50 years later.
Well, I hope so.
That's why
Maybe you're doing something
coming
right by now, I hope.
That's why they keep coming back. Well, of course, you can stop by and look at any of these hot ticket items, and find out all you need to know for sure about the saunas, about the swim spas, about the regular spas. There's so many to choose from. So give yourself a little time to shop.
That's right.
When you walk in.
That's right. Absolutely.
Because you're going to want to sit in one, try it out.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's not.
No.
We have the swim spas that we have on the showroom now. You can, what we call it, do a dry test, meaning that we have stairs next to them, so you can just walk up the steps or stairs and walk inside the swim spa. Sit down and get a feel for where the water will be at.
Yeah.
Find out how many seats you are in there, the big bench and all the jets that come with it. So it's a lot of cool things that if you're not sure, that's what we're here for, is answer your questions. So yeah, take a dry run. Come check it out, because it's a big purchase.
It is a big purchase.
I think it's an investment as well. You don't have to take it with you if you move.
Exactly.
It will add value to the home. But so I look at it as a win-win. And if you feel like that you want to add it to the backyard, we have project manager we can do all that for you. So you can just kind of say, that's the one I want, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Alex Smith, always good to sit down and talk to you. And of course, all the links for everything we've been talking about are in the show notes of this episode that you're listening to. And great to sit with you again, Alex. This is going to be a fun summer.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to, just some more great information, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, Dee. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Come by and meet your local pool and spa experts in Claxton on Highway 280 West or in Savannah on Gateway Boulevard South, or go to pridepools.com. If you love backyard family fun as much as we do, be sure to give us a rating and review and subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. And if you have a question or topic you'd love for us to cover, drop us an email, info@pridepools.com. or tap the links for Facebook or Instagram in the show notes of this episode. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's go make a splash and have some backyard family fun.